So this is a property that I've been working on. It was in pretty bad condition, as you can see here. And the kitchen and bathroom were both really old and needed replacing anyway. But when we got into it to start ripping things out, we found some issues with dampness behind the tiles. As you can see there are quite a few cracks along the bath panel, where water has gotten through. The sealant around the bath edge. The floorboards had rotted away underneath, as well as the woodwork above. We also discovered that the toilet pan wasn't connected properly to the waste pipe, which meant it was leaking. This caused further damage to the floor below. Once all of these problems have been sorted, it was time for us to rip everything out, so we could get started on the new build. You can see how much rotten timber there was underneath the bath area. There was no way any of this would be salvageable. All of the joists and supports had completely rotted, away from years of moisture being trapped under them. Even though the walls looked okay at first glance, they actually had loads of mold growing inside them. So they too had to go before we could rebuild anything. When we removed the skirting boards, we found more signs of dampness. On the outside of the building, the plaster was crumbling off the wall, in places where the damp had penetrated through. We also noticed that the drains weren't draining properly due to blockages within the pipes. These will need clearing before we can use them again. Another problem we came across was the state of the flooring. Most of the original wooden floorboards had fallen apart due to the amount of moisture that had built up over the years. Some areas still had good boards left, but most of them were damaged beyond repair. So unfortunately, none of those could be saved either. After removing all of the existing fixtures, fittings, we then began rebuilding the space with brand new materials. Here's what the finished product looks like now. I think it makes such a difference having fresh paint and new tiling throughout. Now let me show you the progress so far. First, we ripped out the old sink unit, along with its surrounding worktops. Then we cleared out all of the debris that was left over after demolition. This took ages because it was stuck down really badly everywhere. Finally, once all of that was done, we moved on to prepping the surfaces ready for painting. That included filling holes, scraping flaky bits off, and sanding rough edges smooth. After that, we laid down our base coat of primer before adding 2 coats of color. For the units themselves, we decided not to replace them entirely because they were already solid enough, just needed refurbishing. To finish off upstairs, we painted the hallway white and added new carpet all around, ready for new owners to move in. In the kitchen and bathroom, we went with vinyl flooring instead of traditional tiles because it gives an updated look without costing thousands of pounds. Plus, since it's waterproof, you don't have to worry about spills anymore. Last but certainly not least, we installed brand new taps and sinks and new electric hob. They may seem small details, but trust me when I say they make huge differences when combined together. Overall, I couldn't be happier with how this renovation turned out. Not only does it feel cleaner and fresher, but it also feels safer thanks to improved lighting and non-slip mats near showers. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up or leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and until next time.